This is a film about what the charity does. You can help make it better.
In June 2012, they found a mass in the top of her chest here.
There are abnormalities on the scan. We found out very early that he had hydrocephalus.
The next week he was diagnosed, so it was within 10 days that he was from normal baby to baby with cancer. Like, oh.
My name's Emily and this is my best friend Lucy, and we both had scoliosis.
The charity has helped us to get so much equipment and made so much improvement in our department. This is our DEXA room. What we're doing here is measure bone density for patients. Sheffield Children is also a specialised centre for osteogenesis imperfecta.
Basically our spine's curved into like the shape of an S. It was a 6-hour operation. They insert metal rods into either side of your spine and then screw it in. I think we've got like 13 sets of screws and 2 rods in our back.
We're a centre for scoliosis patients, so we have patients who come in for spinal surgery. So we always do x-rays before the surgery to see what the condition is like, and then also x-rays afterwards to see the improvement.
Recently we were very, very lucky that the Children's Hospital charity agreed to fund our next generation sequencing facility. And this is a wonderful opportunity to benefit the children and families of Sheffield and South Yorkshire and beyond in terms of improving the genetic services that we offer here.
What you see in front of us here are 2 of the new gene sequencing instruments that are allowing us to diagnose or test multiple genes and allow us to return information to the patients much faster and much quicker.
Zachary has a condition called hydrocephalus, which is also more commonly known as water on the brain. It's actually a genetic condition that is passed through my family, through the boy line. They've been ever so good, the genetics. They've done blood tests on myself, on Zachary, my mum, my brother, and we've all got the same DNA pattern and we've all got the 40 gene. So from that, they now know that if we had another child, they would be able to give us a test at 11 weeks to determine the chromosome background.
One of the advantages of the facility being in the Children's Hospital is that we are very tuned in to what is happening from a research point of view. It improves our connections with the researchers, and also it means that therefore the results that they get allow us to translate that into service as quickly as possible.
In February she started radiotherapy, which was every day for 3 weeks. She had that, which is when she did a lot of work with Charlotte. Because they're in a room on their own, they have to lay perfectly still.
We often ask them to do difficult things as children to make them better, and part of our job is to help them do that. Because Mum had to be out of the room for the treatment, Izzy held the end of a ribbon and then we threaded it through underneath the door and out to Mum so that she could give a little tug and know that Mummy was still there.
She used to say she's holding my hand through a ribbon. Yeah. But Charlotte spent a lot of time with her, preparing her for it, and she managed to do 2 CT scans and all the radiotherapy sessions on her own with no anaesthetic. What did you like doing after you'd had your special picture? What did you stick on a chart?
Stickers.
Stickers for a sticker chart, yeah.
I run a series of workshops around the hospital, so every week we do a different workshop and it's always on different wards. Once a month we have an external artist come in as well, so we have like filmmakers, mosaic artists.
They were laughing, playing games, doing craft, and if she wasn't well enough to come up here, they'd bring things down to a bed so she could do it down there.
One of the great things about it is that it's a really good distraction from the reason why they're in hospital. So they come in here or wherever the workshop is and they're just distracted in a world of creativity.
What is it all about? Bread.
We were usually in 3 or 4 days every 3 weeks.
This was after the
surgery. After surgery.
It's green.
It is green.
And white.
So we spent a lot of time sleeping in corners on folding hospital camp bed things.
He'd been inpatient for 3 days straight and he'd have IV chemo. It does get quite lonely. Some of them stay for months on end, and sometimes it's not in their own room, it's on the ward, and they don't get any privacy. And you know, the older the children get, the more privacy they want and need. And you're basically asleep behind a curtain. You're subject to every noise that goes on with everyone else, and it can't have been nice when he was waking up screaming in the middle of the night, and you know, you're 12 years old and you just want a bit of a kip.
Well, this is the ward that we stayed on, S3, and we stayed on like in an area in a bed like this, and then our parents would sleep on a camp bed just on the floor, like down the side of us, didn't they?
He had his 1 year off treatment scans on the 15th of August, and he's 1 year all clear, which is brilliant.
She's been great. She's just loving getting back to being a normal 3-year-old.
Please help us make it better to help us get specialised equipment like this.
To provide life-changing care for patients like me.
Please help make it better.
To keep our very special hospital at the forefront of children's healthcare for future generations.
Please help to make it better for families like us.
Thank you for helping my little sister get better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We liked it.
That was a good one.
Thank you.